Hi, I'm Rick Dixon, the R&D Director with NWI Forefront in Kirkland, Washington. And we have an interesting product we'd like to show you. This is called the Sun Cart. It's a very efficient way to cook with the sun. It would be excellent for vendors, street vendors, for home barbecue, anyone who wants to do some quality solar cooking at a reasonable price. This is the Sun Cart right here, and this is the shade that keeps it from operating. So this is the Sun Cart unveiled. I took off the cover to protect it from the sun. It consists of a very large frontal lens which provides the solar power. It's about noon in Kirkland, Washington on June 19th. I'm sorry, May 19th. I'm getting a month ahead of myself. So what we're doing now is just establishing the focal point of the lens so we can cook. So it's very simple. I use this stick, which you can think of as the magic wand, if you will, and I just put it in the sunspot, and as you can see, it's starting to smoke. That means the focal point is right there. Excellent. So I know where it is. Next step is I have these special pole cookers, which are basically aluminum pan converted, and I put a hot hamburger bun in there to start. So we're going to warm up our hamburger bun. That's the first step. You notice I'm wearing dark glasses. You don't want to stare at the spot where the sun hits the cooker, because without sunglasses, dark glasses like I have on now, and preferably don't stare at it directly anyway, because that could have caused you some problems. Again, you can see we're at the focal point. Stick. So I'm just going to leave it there for a few minutes to warm the bun. As you can see, I can turn it over. The great thing about these cookers on a pole is the fact that they close up, so you sort of get a bit of a pressure cooker effect. Keeps the heat inside very well. These are lightweight aluminum. And you can see it's still at the focal point. And we're just going to move this around so we get some even heating of the bun. And over again. I'll move it around within the focal point to get some even heating. Okay. Should be just about ready. Turn it one more time. Time lapse is about a minute and a half. There we go. So now we've got a nice warm bun for our hamburger. Oh, that's nice and almost, it is toasty. Ooh, it's hot. Well, I respect that. So the next step is to cook our hamburger. So now I have my hamburger in the cooking device. I'm going to put it back down here in the sun, and I'm going to keep it closed to increase the effect of the heat on the cooker. And always you want to test to be sure the focal point is still there, because the sun shifts, and it could change, and you may have to make minor adjustments to your lens. Fortunately, it hasn't shifted. It's only been about 5 minutes since we started, so it's good. So now we'll just keep it there. I can hear it starting to cook already. It's sizzling. The Sun Cart comes with this Lazy Susan turntable. It has a aluminum sheet to protect it from the sun. It comes with a sideboard with also an aluminum sheet in case inadvertently the sun hit that. This whole device is takedown with wing nuts, so we can disassemble this completely right down to taking the wheels off the cart. So you can either transport it in pieces in your car, or you can actually tow it but I wouldn't recommend towing with lens. I'd at least take the lens off and transport that separately to prevent damage, because this is a glass lens and it could break if you're not careful. It's pretty rugged, but if you dropped it or some object hit it, a sharp bump, you could have problems. The whole idea, as you can see, it's sizzling. I've left a little bit of the hamburger meat on the outside intentionally to show you how it's cooking. You can see it's sizzling. There's the grease. It's popping up. And it's dribbling on this aluminum sheet, which I can clean off later. And I'm going to move it around in the focal point of the sunbeam. So you see that. So it's cooking rather rapidly. It's only been on there a couple of minutes. And I'll move it up here, get a little more sun on that end. This actually cooks almost as quickly as a charcoal grill once you're in the focal point of the sun on a bright summer day. You can see the smoke there and the sizzling hamburger grease. Normally, of course, we would trim that meat so it wouldn't be hanging over, but I did that on purpose, as I said, so you could actually see it cooking. It's kind of interesting. Now we want to have an even cook hamburger, so we're going to turn it over. Boy, it's really sizzling now. And you can see that it's cooking on the other side. And again, you can see we're at the focal point. Because immediately our magic wand indicator stick lights up and smokes. Now we can offer these sun carts for a rather reasonable price when you consider what you're getting in total. If you'll contact us at our at the email address on this video, or you can call us at the number posted on the video as well, we can make one of these, custom make one of these for you. So you can see this would be a very interesting way for, say, a street vendor in a city with a lot of sunshine, maybe not here in the Seattle, Washington area, but maybe in the Southwest or Florida or Texas or any of the Sunbelt states. This would be a very interesting way for a street vendor to cook food without the use of anything but solar power. It'd also be very interesting for a family to have one of these as a solar powered cooker in their backyard. They want to have a barbecue or picnic. And you can see we're evenly cooking that hamburger, except for the outside, which, as I mentioned, is deliberately done that way. So let's turn it back over. Really sizzling now. We've been going about 5 minutes. We'll let it go a few more minutes, and then we're actually going to make a cheeseburger. So we'll put cheese on top of that. It's the last step process.
Okay.
After 12 minutes, voila, cheeseburger. Melted nice. This is a half-pound burger. 12 minutes, well done. Boy, that looks good. I'm going to have a bite of that. So we'll start another one up next for the cameraman. But believe me, folks, these are delicious. I've had these. They're very evenly cooked. That's one advantage to the solar cooker. You can see that. Nice cheeseburger. Boy. Want to picture me eating it? And look at that. Evenly cooked. Delicious. That's good. That's really good. Now, as I mentioned, this comes as a kit. It's all done with wing nuts, so it's fully disassemblable, including the lens. And We have optional braces for the side if you want more support. And even the wheels come off. So this thing can fit in the back of your car, as I mentioned. So that's cooking with the Sun Cart. Thank you.